live, man.
Live. It is Monday.
And it's
walk into a bar. Hello. We love that.
Yeah, we here at Montego Bar and Grill, 1818 North Charles Street.
Shout out to bar owner Afani. That's our best friend.
That's right.
Okay.
He keep me leveled up.
I think he keeps you unleveled.
No, this balances me out.
No. All right, so for folks that are just tuning in, let's introduce ourselves.
You start first.
Oh, ladies first. Oh, okay.
Ladies first.
Good evening, everyone. It's Ronda, CEO of RSVP Event Management, as well as one of the producers on WPV Media Networks. And to my left, the handsome.
Oh, yeah. It's Mr. 100. I'm just a regular guy. Just on camera, off camera. No, but president of iLive Baltimore, GM WPV Media Networks, EMG, Music Group, Media Group. And that's it?
Are you done?
Oh.
Yeah, you're done. All right, so listen, for those that are just tuning in, you can see us on the Facebook Live page, but we are also streaming live on our website, www.wpbmedianetworks.com. Make sure that you're tuning in. We know folks are trying to get themselves together. They rushing, getting their drinks, getting their chips, getting their whatever. But you have time, right? You have time to get yourself together. We are on the Facebook Live as well as the website. Let's get into this. Who we got?
We're gonna start right here at the corner.
Right,
corner.
In the corner real quick. That face should look familiar for our WPV Media supporters.
Absolutely.
I try not to look familiar.
No, it's the fam. You gotta look familiar, man. Tell them who you are, bro.
My name is Larry Whadd Up.
What up?
Hey. I'm a creative director here from Baltimore. Work with a lot of talent. That's it.
All right, we'll get more into it as we go throughout the show.
Absolutely.
All right, and
next up,
young man.
My name Branden Reed. I'm a weed connoisseur.
Okay.
And I grow a lot of weed too. That's pretty much it.
You say it so innocently, but thank God it is an innocent thing to do.
All right, so before we move on to our next guest.
You do not need to ask me.
Oh, we'll wait till later on the show.
No, I got answers.
No.
My co-host said I have to restrain
from the questions right now. And last but not least, this beautiful goddess at the end of the table. That's who I was referencing. I'm sorry. This face should look familiar to our WPB Media Network folks. This is Miss
Rene, aka Kelly. I'm one of the hosts of Thunderous Altercations, which airs on WPB Media Networks. And hey, we are just about to wrap up our first season, and I'm like a Jackie of all trades: bartender, DJ, driving school teacher, notary, which ain't much of nothing, but still I can notarize something. But yeah, just well-rounded within everything I like to do.
You ever notice black folks always need something notarized?
And then they still be trying to get it for the low. Can you do it like for $2?
$2. And then you see the empty chair there. That is not by mistake. We do have a special guest that will be joining us in the next segment of Walked Into a Bar. Every now and again, we like to play that little card. You never know who it is that's gonna sit in that chair and you know, add a little something to the conversation.
This time I thought it was ghost hosting.
No, there's no ghost hosting at all.
Oh.
All right.
We want to give a shout out to our audience as well. Everybody come to support the show.
What up?
What up? What up?
Hey.
They walked into a bar, man, and now they at the bar.
Talking to the bartender. Afani, are you back here? Afani's not even here for us to be able to introduce him. But again,
he'll be
Afani, bartender and bar owner of Montego Bar and Grill, located at 1818 North Charles Street, open Tuesday through Saturday. Oh, Tuesday through Saturday.
And they got food, y'all.
Tuesday through Saturday, folks.
Okay, food.
Caribbean food.
Yeah. All right, so are you want to get into it, or what you want to do?
Let's chop it
How
up.
do you feel today?
I feel today. Let's get into it.
All right, because I always defer to the king right here. What would you like to do today?
We're going to go into this first question. We're going to throw it on the table.
All right.
When does community violence become the responsibility of the people and not the police or the government?
That's a great one.
Self-policing, community policing. Thoughts?
It's kind of tough for me because we live in a state right now where it's a lot better. Not like when you don't know something, it's better because when you know something, you have other people that's in that neighborhood. You never know what happened. Like our violence level, we're in Baltimore City. We're the murder capital right now. People die every day. Sometimes it's like people say you should talk. You should, hey, if you see something, say something. But today's society, you can't say everything because it can come back to you in a bad way. So I feel as though I like to mind my own business. So if it's not happening to me or mine, I try to stay out of it. But, you know, sometimes that's good and sometimes that's bad. So that's just my opinion.
Point, though, before somebody else jump in. That's the thing that I want to touch on, though, and y'all to discuss. Like you just said, what about when it hits home? Should we wait till it hits home before we take action and get in and get involved?
See, I think your involvement with the community has a lot to do with how strong you stand for your community. If you're living on a street and you're seeing things going on day to day outside your door, down the street, little kids you didn't watch that grew up now that are teenagers that are kind of following in the same footsteps like with their parents, you know, a case in point where there's little kids that are trying to become these big time drug dealers like their father used to be, and he's no longer here. And then to follow the same footsteps when they still have their mother here that's not basically trying to change the path of where they're going. And then some people just become immune to things that it's just normal around here. Like they just do this all the time. It's normal. And I tend to feel sorry for the homeowners who've been there like over 50 plus years. You know, my grandmother is one of those people, and it's only maybe like a handful of ones that are still there that are original homeowners on that street, which is just new people moving in, taking over the community. And it's kind of like going like steps forward and then going steps back, because it was like they did kind of clean it up, but then now it's worse because it's a new crowd that don't even know the older neighbors and people and homeowners. And then it's kind of like you want to do so much and you want to say something and you want to call the police, but then it's a time that a lot of us don't even trust our police still. Like we don't even hold value to them too much anymore, especially the city. When we're watching statistics keep going up and the numbers keep going up and the killings and the ratings keep going up, it's like, do we even need to call them? Because that's the big question. And then sometimes that's the reason why people don't involve the cops. It's kind of like trying to take matters in your own hands. And then it's kind of a catch-22. If you do say something, like, are you now targeted because you're a snitch? You said something because why? I want to feel safe where I live. And, you know, I got like 10, 15 more years on this mortgage and I'm stuck here. So it's like, some people just are taking matters in their own hands or just letting it alone and being complacent with the fact that it's the way it is now.
So let me ask this then. So do you guys think that it plays a factor in who makes decisions in their own community based on who are homeowners or renters? Do we have more renters now, so that's why it's less caring about their own community and policing their own community?
Yeah, definitely. There's more renters because a lot of people aren't even trying to make an investment with buying a home.
Trying to have a roof over their head.
Right.
So how do you feel, bringing it back to that original question, that folks are maybe more prone to call up their cousin or their uncles or, you know, the gang members in the neighborhood or whatever to handle a situation rather than dial 911?
I mean, we gotta get to the place of not calling nobody and being able to diffuse it ourselves.
Right.
We all the same color. Why we gotta call anybody to handle us? You know, I look at a lot of people. I mean, even myself growing up, I used to be very frustrated. You couldn't even see nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we gotta figure out why are they frustrated. And then we gotta figure out how to talk to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the police should be the first thing that we do. That's just helping out with the system. You know
I mean, pretty much.
And then, I also think like they're putting the police in the wrong community. They're putting police in our community that's not from our community. So it's kind of hard to call them because you're putting police that haven't been raised like us, haven't seen. So the instance they get scared with some things when we call them, they get nervous and scared. So it's like, why call them, and it's going to take them 30, 45 minutes to get there. Sometimes the best is to call my cousin. At least I know sometimes if I call my cousin, it will get handled. Sometimes I call the police, it's not going to get handled. And then I call the police, and then, all right, now, I don't even worry about the snitch part. It's not even the snitching to me. It's the part where you call the police and the person 3 doors down is the one that did it. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, with the police, they not.
Or you call the police and they got you on the ground.
And
you're like, I called you.
And like I say, I'm from Baltimore. Like where I'm sorry, it's like the police. What do the police do? Like the police, what do? They don't catch them. I mean, so if that's the case, if I'm calling them to catch the person that did it, that's a waste of time. To me, that's just my opinion. I just feel like that's my opinion.
Right.
So that's when I go to, I'm gonna call my cousin, the person I know that can handle the situation. Yeah, sometimes it may not be the correct way to handle the situation, but it'll get handled. I call the police, now I gotta go fill out papers. Then I gotta get a restraining order. Now, like you said, I can't even walk to the corner store no more because the boys on the corner know that I'm a snitch for real. You know what I'm saying? And that's just something you can't be. And that's just my opinion.
Well, I want to go back to what Larry said because that's kind of key as well, though. Like when you have these violent situations in our community, what is spearheading it? You know, what's the anger about? What is this frustration about? What is this, this situation is causing them to have such violence amongst one another and ourselves? That's where we got to get to the root of the problem.
There should be somebody in the community, like he ain't got to be a Debo, but there should be somebody in the community when you see his presence and, I ain't disrespecting her. There should be a lady in the community when you see her, I don't want to disrespect her. You know what I'm saying? But what has happened is the respect level for people has been lost. You know
it's diminished.
Grandmas don't mean nothing no more. Grandfathers don't mean nothing. Aunties don't mean nothing no more. You know what I'm saying? So like, we gotta bring the value back in those things first before we can try to say, call the police. Work on the things that we can work on. You know what I'm saying? I ain't bashing the police, but that's their job. They supposed to come do what they come to do. But we gotta be able to, like, before we get to the police, we gotta be able to say, you know what, young brother, it ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? I know you're going through something. You know what I'm saying? And I feel your pain. You know what I'm saying? But not to judge them to do none of that, but just be there and be comfort for them. Because that's what most of them need. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I've been saying.
Well, I mean, we're in a different time too right now. I mean, some of the police that we have are only police because they're cowards within themselves. They don't know how to fight. They don't know how to protect themselves. So now I can go and I can sign up and be a police officer. I can legally carry a gun. And then if I say I was fearing for my life, we have now an excuse.
Well, that comes from not only being a bully or wanting to, getting bullied on coming up, but in the last 10 years, police officers were forced into the field because they lost their jobs other places. So you got people like, you might have had a teacher now as a police because they lost their job and they had to be, this was the only thing that was hiring quick. Oh, I can get on here. What?
I'm police. They're always
after the riots. After the
start quitting and resigning. All that. So they're short.
So then you got big, big yo out Pennsylvania coming out here to work that can't stand us. You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, that's a 45-minute drive. I don't care. I'm coming down and take the job, but I really don't want it. But that's what started happening. You don't have the people that look like us.
And I the police and
Exactly.
I can say they gotta be our type of people, but this type, the heart, the love.
They have to.
You gotta love. You can't have hatred and bigotry.
I also feel they have to understand where we're coming from too in our community. You can't just this a black, because a lot of them, this a black guy, he got a gun, shoot, boom. You know what I'm saying? You don't have the police to be like, hey man, look, you tripping right now. You feel what I'm saying? Like, calm down and talk you down because they're from there. Half of these police are scared. They scared they're going to get killed themselves. And it's understandable. Let me tell you something. They will get you.
And we don't really call them, honestly, now, unless unless it's something on us. Like if we're missing something, somebody stole the car, somebody broke into the house. That's the only time you really see people calling them, because you need a report. So that you can just basically give it to the insurance company, try to reclaim back what you want. But half the time, I'm driving a lot of times and I'm watching cops sitting just, you know, on the side of the road. And it's like several cars that went by with no lights on, but you didn't even care to even go and stop them. But then let alone, you think I know that you don't care about my community either? You don't.
Well, my favorite part is seeing them parked in known drug areas, but they're sitting in their car on their phone. Meanwhile, transaction after transaction after transaction. And I'm like,
because they trying to go home to their family.
Yeah, I know an hour. I'm not dealing with this.
Or they have them in their pocket as well. See, what people gotta realize is they still have the police in their pocket.
Right.
They have polices that sit on corners with the drug dealers. They in their pocket too. Hey man, you sit from 9 to 5. I'm gonna throw you a couple dollars.
Right.
As long as everything move right, we good. As long as none of these people, that's my people that's selling them, get hit or nothing, don't do nothing. Just sit here. And that's just how it is. And like I said, man,
and also the reality of it is this. Back in the day when the cops was policing and they really getting involved, guys were shooting maybe 6 or 7 times. They shooting rounds after rounds. Now they going for the gusto. Yeah, you got 28, 30 rounds, 100 bullets,
70 rounds.
But
last week.
But I also feel like we can't trust our police. If you look, just like you say, they shooting hundreds of rounds, but look how many dirty police we got out here. So at the same time, I can't trust them. You got police that's robbing people and then taking the drugs right back to their homeboys that sell them on the street. So
yeah, we know that is true.
So to me it's like, and I'm 30, so like now I look back with the young kids, like he said, they have no respect. But there's a reason they have no respect. The OGs didn't train them to have respect.
It's not that they didn't train them. Hold up. It's not that they didn't train them. The OGs wasn't here to train them.
Right.
The OGs, the system
knew to pull them out of there, so they had a way to train.
Exactly.
It's a new generation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it was a bunch of people just running wild.
Yeah, running wild.
You know what I'm saying? The OGs were locked up.
Yeah.
It's
like
it was some old children, no elders, and not on Sunday. Yeah. Now it's like, whatever. It's warm weather.
Yeah.
Pop, 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 pop. You know.
Yep.
So this has definitely been a great start to the conversation. We're gonna jump.
No.
We're gonna jump off and pay a couple of bills and go to commercial break. And when we come back, we'll jump into our second topic.
People's been walking.
We walk and jump and slide.
Okay.
The other week he was rolling down the stairs.
Yeah.
You never know what you're
gonna get. Just fell down the steps and did a flip and got up and sat down like he didn't do nothing.
You never know what you're gonna get in that
like action.
Walked into a bar. April J, can you take us out? All right, we are back.
We're back like we never left.
And now, for those that are just joining us, it may look like we've had 4 guests the entire time, but for those who are actually tuned in on time, you will notice that our special guest has joined us. So we want to allow the opportunity for this gentleman to introduce himself, and then we'll go back around the table for everyone to introduce themselves again. Okay?
It's Morninafta. I'm the singer of the city, and I'm just here to join in, tune in, whatever y'all want to talk about, we're going to talk about today. Yeah, what's going on, brother?
The night before to do that.
Let's put the little boat. We appreciate that. All right, young lady, go ahead and introduce yourself to our viewers.
I'm Rene, again, one of the hosts of Thunderous Altercations and a host of other jobs behind that, but that's the passion that I have, so I love that one.
All right. And we have?
I'm Branden again.
Rolling loud.
Rolling loud.
I'm sure that's not what they taught you in the class.
Oh no, they just taught me how to grow. From flower to veg, from veg to flower.
Agriculture.
Right.
All right, and then last but surely not least,
Larry Whadd Up, multi-potentialite, and I'll let y'all know what that means a little later.
all
I'm about to tell y'all what that means. I remember when he first broke it down to me.
Okay.
All right, so for those that are just joining us, I am Ronda, RSVP CEO, as well WPB Media Networks and...
That's the beautiful part of it.
Okay, because they can't see me.
Yes, they can. Cameras everywhere. I'm your boy, Mr. 100. I ain't nobody. I just like to have fun.
Are somebody.
Oh, I am somebody? I am somebody. Dr. King's speech up in this joint.
Yes, and behind the scenes we have...
Time
with no job. Behind the scenes, of course, we have the founder of WPB Media Networks, Ms. April J.
April J.
And we also have Super Director Extraordinaire Saba of Nazir MMP. And we are broadcasting live from Montego Bar and Grill located at 1818
North Charles Street.
Headed up by the awesome dude,
Afani.
We love Afani.
I call him A.
He ain't gonna answer. He ain't gonna answer.
You answer to me when I call him A.
Alright, so listen, we getting ready to go into the second topic. Y'all ready?
Yes.
We always like to throw a curveball.
Okay.
I want to ask this question.
Which one you want to go to? Oh, you going for the custard. That's because Morning here. That's why you try to go there.
What we talking about?
Maybe.
Watch this gray hair.
Would you be able to remain in a committed relationship without sex? And if so, why? And if not, why? Can you stay if there's no bootage?
Hell to the
Wait a minute, what?
That was last week.
It depends. A lot depends on that. Everything is variables. You say, can I stay in a relationship without sex?
Yeah.
Committed.
No. No. So, like, has a relationship already started, or like, are we starting it off without sex? So, are we saying we had sex and we want to wing off of it and just focus on ourselves and just keep a relationship, or are we saying we starting off without
so
sex?
Let's look at it both ways.
Yeah, we can look at it both ways. But it still ends up with no boot tag.
So you're in the relationship and you both decided to abstain. Let's start there.
Depends
Would you be able to continue?
It depends how much I like her. It depends how much I like her and how it started. Because
I love her.
I gotta love her.
I mean, I can't love her first until I get to know her.
Okay.
And also, it depends why.
And
like,
I don't.
If it's marriage reasons, if it's just something because you feel like you got to pass, you want to race. Like, what is it that you want to just stop doing it for? Because that's a part of a relationship. I mean, trust, sex. I mean, that's all. We can't ignore that. So it's just like, if it is, just tell me the reason why, and maybe we can work towards it.
Branden,
you know what I'm saying?
We're gonna have sex while we liking each other. As long as I like you, we gonna keep having sex.
I mean,
when we get to love, then I might think about it.
I mean, when I like you, we don't have to have sex because I just like you. I don't like you yet. Cause so I mean, I could be having sex with a couple people until I
That's dope that you
turn till I begin to love you. You feel me? Like I'm gonna be honest. If I like a person, you feel me? If I'm talking to a female and I like her, most of the time I'm just talking to her. There's a couple other females. Cause I don't do I date. So I date here. So I like you, and you. I'm just being honest until I figure out who I want to be with. That's why I don't go to I don't go straight for I love her so no, I don't even know her. I'm one of the people that I have to get to know.
So the answer is no for you. The answer is
straight
no. Is a no for you?
No.
Is it a no for you?
We gonna figure it out.
You gonna say no?
I mean, you can't make have sex because baby, I love you. Don't
banging the boogie. Y'all been banging the boogie heavy.
I like that.
All right. Then all of a sudden, she went to a retreat. Ayana Fix My Life Sisters Only.
So we was having sex.
That's why I said
so now she's come back and she's like, babe, I went to this retreat and I feel like, you know what, we should just abstain because sex complicates things.
Had nothing to do with it.
It's gonna be hard, but like we're gonna try. It's gonna be hard, but we're gonna. It's gonna last 2 weeks. It's gonna last 2 weeks. We're like, all right, we'll try this.
No, she's not gonna go over to Busch Gardens and come back telling me what I got to do.
Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah, but she's not. I done already tasted it, looked at it, smelled it. No, it ain't that. Look, he ain't hear it that well. You was gone.
Branden, delicious.
Lady of the table, can you please enlighten us?
Listen, I'm gonna have to say no. I can't do that because it's very important for me. Like, especially the type of stressful days I have. There's nothing that's gonna offset that but that. So I'm gonna need some. I mean, sorry. But if you want to take it away, then that's cool, and I wish you peace and blessings with everything that you got going on. But the way that my life is set up, it's not going to work out. If you want to take a break, we can take a break. But we're not going to just take it away completely. You're going to have to bring something back in to the table. If you cannot do that, I can't stay. And that's just the way it is. I'm sorry, I'll be 40 soon. I can't do this. No, I can't do that. I can't do that.
I'm hitting the like button for Kelly. And then she's going to put you out of business because she's got the right message.
Right.
He can talk like that. He's 30.
That's what I was going to say.
I mean, I was 30. I was still.
Wait a minute.
20, 10.
What age bracket are you representing?
The millennials.
Okay.
He played it safe. He gave you generational calls.
Yeah, that was last week. We talked about the I generation and the millennials.
He's a singer.
Yeah, you are R&B thug, huh?
I know he ain't. He's singing it.
You a panty dropper.
He's singing it. You know he gonna get it.
He's singing to it.
He gonna sing it. She gonna give it up. Wait, we all can't
He
sing.
gonna sing it, you gonna sell it, and then she gonna deliver it.
And listen, Larry gonna build. It's
gonna become something.
Oh my God.
And I think it's easier for if men decide that they want to do that. I think it's going to be a thing with trust, because I think women are going to trip and be like, what do you mean you're trying to take a break? Like we're going to just stop? There's no way. You got somebody else. You're trying to go somewhere else. And a female intuition will start really starting to dissect it or analyzing the situation sometimes. See, that's the thing.
She ain't gonna believe it.
Well, if I worked all day, I'm just tired.
She better
You're that tired. You're not that tired. You're set up totally different than a woman.
She gotta punch in what you would punch out what you
would. I might be sleeping.
And if a woman okay, you need to take a nap. Do you need some Pepsi? My thing is this: if men do it, it's gonna look weird. If a woman does it, it's kind of like a natural thing because of the simple fact that we do like to give our body a break. It is our only temple that we have, and we do need to sometimes just really
give it a break.
Okay, but that's accepted. That's accepted in all relationships.
Reboot is better than when it is they just, gotta shut it down. You ever seen your computer when it shuts down and comes back up? You get all of this stuff. You get www walked into a bar and a bedroom.
Okay. So for you, would abstinence, what would be a factor that would make you consider abstinence? Let's take it there.
If I really love her. Not like her, love her.
She had cancer.
Okay, so
she had cancer. And she had to go do some chemo, and I knew something else was
body's weak.
I agree. I agree. I agree.
That's gotta be some kind of sickness.
Right.
So Larry said she gotta be on her sick bed. Branden said if he love her,
Yeah, if I love her, we can really, we can talk about it and figure out, is a reason why maybe you don't want to have kids, you don't want to get on birth control because you get big, you get heavy, maybe you just wanted to tighten up a little bit. I don't know, but if I really love her,
let me throw this in there.
You can always get a vaggie steam.
Hold up, but
if I love you, I don't have to.
Hold up, sometimes as brothers, we get too comfortable with the women we with.
I'm going next.
Once we win them, we become, I'm cool, my belly cool.
Right, I'm cool.
What I'm saying? I ain't gotta wash my teeth, I ain't gotta brush my face.
Oh no, I ain't.
You got some guys that do that.
I just want to know, is this until marriage? Like, is she saying until marriage, or is she saying like we've been together 20 years?
It gotta be to the marriage.
All right, say you was married. Say you was married.
You asked for that.
I say no.
Say you was married, and your wife told you,
I'm gonna be down the street.
man, I ain't giving you no butt.
I didn't marry you for this.
She
She wanna do it the rest of her life. She's like, I thought you was
She
on
can do anything she want with her
mean,
well, I'm
I
gonna say yes.
I wouldn't say that.
Consummates the marriage.
No. I'm about in this generation, I don't know if you say that.
Seriously, but that's biblical though.
Okay, it is biblical.
Go ahead.
But I think if she want to take a break, something like that, when we marry, I'm like, all right, cool, I love you. We can take a break for a month or something like that. I mean, it might be hard for you, for real, because you talking all of that, but you might want to jump back on.
But you down
All
Miami.
right,
y'all want to really
You taking a break in Miami though? You somewhere else?
Oh, you mean her? Or you talking
No,
about
I'm
me?
just saying that's how it be. They gonna take breaks.
I'm not taking no break in marriage.
I ain't not in
We
marriage.
gotta take the breaks when we going
with
together.
temptation.
I gotta
When
understand
you
why.
go
You said why?
I gotta understand why. Is it something that we was going through emotionally? Like, yo, I feel like sex is
why
keeping us
she
together. You know what? Let's
All
take
right,
a break.
let's
All right, cool. You see what I'm saying?
All right, so here we go. We're gonna clean it up.
Okay.
Basically, she want to be abstinent until y'all get married, or she just want to detox her feminine temper.
Well, we'll say absent. I'm cool with both. I got a hand in lotion.
Oh,
If I really like her that much, baby, if I'm going to wait till we get married and I really love you that much, I'm just being honest. And I know we're going to be together. And the reason you want to be abstinent till you married, I can do it. I got a hand in lotion. As long as you there every night.
Honda or Jergens?
I'm just being honest.
take the
Like,
Honda.
I'm being real. Like, I'm just being honest. Like,
No,
that's
you
how
being real.
I feel at it.
I'm with you.
You know, because I love her. If I don't, it's 100 girls out there that's throwing it.
I think it's a challenge.
You know,
I think I'm
so-
Because
for
it's
it.
more
If I love
women
you,
to men anyway.
So,
Statistic-wise,
if I really like
it's
you,
more men
I
to
can take
women.
a break.
No, but say that down. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with y'all real quick.
No,
I'm sorry.
No,
it's more
It's
women.
a drink. Trust me.
it's more women to men.
Don't worry about it.
Women
I was gonna.
That was that liquor.
There's 3 women and 1
I was gonna
man.
backspin it back.
No, that's
It's
fine,
right.
Yeah, the number's
That's
up.
scary.
Oh, it's up?
No, but I'm gonna be real with y'all real.
That's scary.
And that's
I was
real.
abstinent in my life for like 10 months at one time. And it was my choice. It wasn't, I had left the relationship I was in and I decided I was going to just be to myself.
Strong man.
Most enlightening experience I've ever had in my life. Like, your whole higher self goes up when you refrain from sex.
But you use that hand, you ain't just not do nothing.
No, I ain't using my hand. The only thing I did was work, read scripture, and kept it 100 with that. That was it. None of that.
Okay, yeah.
None.
And that's how you can get your mind off of it. You can put your mind in other things, but at the same time, you have to really love her.
And then after the 10th
You
month,
have to really love her, because if you don't love her, you're going to go
after
get
the
it from
10th
somebody.
month, it was like,
I've
been in love.
I ain't never been in love.
I've been in love plenty
He
times.
ain't gonna tell you about love. He talking about liking somebody.
Let me put this one on the table. Do you think it's easier for a man or a woman to abstain?
A woman.
Oh, definitely
A woman.
Okay.
A woman.
Definitely a woman.
Because they play hard to get. They want to get a little back tight.
Women definitely.
Women,
We
because
have
y'all
more.
women.
Yeah.
Jerry looks like he has a
Hold
different
up, you said
opinion.
they can hold out long?
Yes.
Y'all got your toys in the closet waiting, chilling. Like, come on,
No,
y'all
no,
ain't holding
back
out.
to
Excuse me.
No,
We
y'all
only talking about the
Wait a
natural way,
minute.
but I'm
Hold
loving.
on a
right.
minute.
No,
All women don't like toys.
Right, yeah, some of them don't.
All women
See,
don't
that's
want.
the thing. You don't gotta like them when you need to use them.
Don't
when you
need
can't
them.
use
No,
Never
because
had
we
one.
know how to basically keep pushing through. That it doesn't necessarily have to be our main thing that we focus on. We got other stuff
That
going
ain't our
on
main
that
thing
we can
either.
focus on, and actually we feel pretty good sometimes when we're abstinent. Like it's refreshing. Actually, we feel better.
This ain't Asian.
Rebooted.
And especially, and then when we do get back out there, it's not gonna be to where it says just for anybody.
Well,
it's gonna be worth the wait.
I don't.
Trust.
Now,
it differs
opinion,
with
I don't
age,
like
man.
being
It
absent.
differs
Like,
with
I'm
age.
gonna be honest. If
It
you
is
tell me,
different. Of course.
Because you probably, when you was 30, you probably was like, you know what, life, marriage, house, car. When you ready to turn 40, you probably like, well, give me a young boy so I can fuck the shit out of him. That's probably how you feel right
it
now.
make me feel young
I don't
again.
feel like that.
I'm just being
You know, young make me feel young again.
I don't feel like that.
I know how it works. I know how it works.
You trying to call me a cougar?
No, but you just
young thing?
But you told me
I wanna hear
you 40.
the
A 40-year-old. You told me you 40.
I will be 40. Yes,
Right.
I will. Yes.
But when you turn 40, your bones act
Listen,
different.
check
You
this out.
turn 30, your bones start.
No,
I just played basketball the other day and couldn't get out the bed.
Listen,
You talking about basketball, I'm talking about bone bone.
that doesn't mean that.
I'm talking about bone bone.
But that doesn't mean that men in their 40s or older don't have no more stamina left.
No, that's
Especially if they keep themselves together, they work out, they got good strength, they're
be 40 now.
But an older man, is more seasoned than a younger man.
That's how it used to be, baby. They ain't like that no more.
Oh,
I'm letting you know. I'm letting you know. They ain't like that no more.
All right, you guys are pretty decent with that question. I appreciate the transparency. I think, listen, I'm telling you, you never know what question it is that we're going to pose to you.
Out there.
And I like
you threw that one out there.
Yeah, you know how I do.
She was real slick.
That's what I do. I put it out there and I'm like this.
This paper wasn't even here at first. Paper just popped up. She's like, question number 4.
Like, how can I get
That's
that? So, we're going to go to commercial break. April J's going to take us out. When we come back, we'll hit our third topic of the evening.
All right.
We'll be back.
Woman, because guys, we really don't care about the makeup. I think a lot of women, I'm like, you really don't need the makeup. You look good without it.
Yeah,
so, but it's only the women, like, y'all really wear makeup for other women. Because like, every time I had a girl, like, she would always put makeup on. I'm like, you look good, but they want to take forever on their makeup. Because other girls, they know what beat is. I don't know what beat is, but other girls, they know what beat is. So you're doing it for them, not for me, for real, for real.
I mean, I like my girl with makeup. I like my girl, I mean, I'm a millennial. So I like the fake booty and the fake $5,500 for a new pair of titties. I buy them like Jordan.
Oh, for real?
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I understand, and maybe I'm a millennium, but I like that stuff. Like like I like that type of stuff. Like I like the big butt. I like a pretty woman. I'm not gonna lie, I like the makeup because you are a oppression of me. So you can't go out the house as a woman looking any kind of way. I don't want my woman to go because she's an oppression of me. When she go out the house with no makeup and looking bummy, they gonna think I'm a bum. And I'm far from a bum. So when you go out the house, you need to be on point because when I go out the house, I'm on point. That's just my opinion.
You know what? I learned something about makeup though. I learned something about makeup.
It's about me.
Like you can be like beat or you can have like a little bit of foundation on, like a light beat. So it depends. Like
you can be beat to the goal.
You can be beat, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or you can have like a little foundation on. And then like, I mean, you say you're a millennial, but I don't really care for if you got the fake whatever. Like as long as you feel confident, you really working it. That's what really matters for real. Like 'cause all the other shit, like some of it hard, some of it just look phony. You know what I'm saying?
I just
some of it look phony, so it's just like.
I just want him to finish up. No,
we ready.
Here we go. Yeah.
No,
well, because I am a woman. One, I don't do makeup. I have a heavy hand. So 2, I don't really know how to apply it really good. I'm like one side might be like, oh, that looks good, but then the other is like, oh, your son helped. So I can't deal with that, and it takes too much of my time. I will do makeup for like a photo shoot. I will do it for like a special event that I have to go to, or if I have to DJ, or if I have to bartend, and I want to look a certain way, if it's like a wedding reception or something, or a bachelor party. But the thing is,
so when you go out.
When I go out just like I go out just like this. There's nothing on, just lip gloss. I don't have nothing else. It's the Vino moisturizer. I think honestly,
you ain't put no eyeliner.
I didn't. I was born with dark eyes.
No, like you don't put the eyeshadow.
I don't.
The lip gloss.
No, just lip gloss. That's the only color. I will paint my lips to the
lip gloss is
and that's it.
You know, lip gloss is considered a makeup. No, honestly, it is. It's considered a makeup.
Okay.
You would never come out the house looking any kind of way, would you?
Oh, I will put some Vaseline if I don't have my lip gloss.
So them lips can be shining though. You want them lips?
I don't want them to be dry. Yeah, I don't want them to be dry. And then be like, dang, she needs to bite all the dead skin off her lips.
And that's because you like your lips. You see your lips, they pop. So you gonna always make sure
they
you
pop without anything on them.
But you gonna make sure you.
So listen, I want to make sure that Larry jumps in because Larry made a comment when the millennial was speaking about dropping 50,000 or 50 whatever. What
if they have
if Larry as our older
shining.
Listen, Larry representing for
the
a different generation.
Come on, Larry.
I'm Generation X, Larry. Where you? X. Okay. All right. Right. Yes.
But I can reach my daughter.
Okay.
She's Z. She's Z.
But what I'm saying is, bro, we ain't spending no $5,000 on titties. When you can go out here and buy a house for $2,000 and get a loan.
But if you got it, you're going to do it. It's not about that.
Nah, you know you don't.
If you got it, you're going to do it.
There's a lot of people with money and got it and don't just do dumb stuff. That's not intelligent.
I see people
Money.
with money.
I'm
not
just
just
buying a lion.
All right. Have you ever
seen that strip club? 100. Yeah, I have.
Have you ever threw money at a strip club?
Hold on, wait a minute. Let Larry.
There you go.
That was for fun.
There you go.
Like,
You ever threw money?
that was for fun.
Titties.
Branden,
You threw money to see titties.
Hold on, let Larry walk you through
Titties
this.
is an investment, right? So if you're gonna make an investment, make a smart investment. I don't think that's a smart investment. Let's say, yo, I throw 5,500 on some titties right now. No, that ain't. Is that your girlfriend?
Unless you are Cardi B. Unless you are Cardi B. You know what I'm saying?
Unless you are a hoe. There you go. Unless you are.
Like you say, it's an investment. So unless you know what I'm saying,
if that's my woman image and I want that to be her image, that's my investment. My investment don't have to be the same thing you invested.
I'm going by you saying you date head. So you mean to tell me you give me 55 head? Okay, because you invested in all those people.
Cool question.
You
Like
invested
you said,
in all those people.
she's spending 50 bands just to please you.
She's spending 50 plans to please herself. But in the midst of that, of course she's gonna please me. Listen, I know women that's gonna spend 50 bands on their titties. I can show you some Instagram pictures. I can show you women that are spending not 50 bands, 55, 150 bands. That's 5 bands. That's when you get 50 and 5. That's a big difference, brother. 50 bands and 5 bands.
I was on 5 bands. You spending 5 bands on titties and booty, right?
If that's
Are you spending 5 grand on your tires to go flat?
Huh?
Are you spending 5 grand on your tires to go flat?
No.
So why would you put 5 grand on some titties on busting like a
Hey, no.
If that's my investment. They ain't gonna go flat for that much money. Dr. Miami ain't gonna go flat.
My job
I promise.
You mean if anything you gotta want to be when you start leaking.
Listen, I'm gonna bring us back in. The question was about natural beauty.
Natural
Why does
beauty,
it
right.
appear that society rejects it unless it's somebody like an Alicia Keys, like she came
Alicia
forward
Keys is
and
lit.
took her makeup
She
off,
lit, she
but
lit.
Alicia looks
Great.
She looks gorgeous. But what if
You got young brothers like
Cardi
him
B?
saying that it's cool to go spend 5,500
You want
on
a
some
prototype.
titties.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
that's the problem.
That's today's society.
Because
I
he
said
don't
I'm a
appreciate these young
millennial.
black
Today's
women.
society,
That's the problem.
that's how it is. Today's society, you would rather walk around the mall with a Cardi B than somebody off the street. Am I correct or not?
Fuck about some makeup and some titties.
Tell her work out. Like tell her work out, and then the parts that she want to get it right. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, but
We on
I think,
TV now.
again, I think Rene
I keep
made
it
a
buck with my
point,
girl.
or maybe it was more than ever about how like she just has to own it. So it's
Yes.
not if she's comfortable in the skin that she's in, she will drip the excellence. Like I can walk out with a turban on my head,
Hey, I love
lip
that.
gloss
Drip
on my lips, and wearing a sweatsuit. And as long as I feel good, trust and believe, I'm gonna turn some heads.
And most women don't feel good
And
unless
if I'm not turning your heads, then you're not for me anyway.
right. But most
so
women,
I'm not even worried about
most women don't feel good without that makeup.
Because that's an insecurity
Most women
that they
don't.
have.
I
It's an
understand, but we're
insecurity.
still talking about today's society. If you look at today's society,
It's like
it's
it's a lot of
more
filters,
women.
yo.
It's
a lot
more
of filters,
women
yo.
that want to be. I want to say accepted. When I say accepted, y'all, they want to be. That's the trend of the day. So everybody follow the trend of the day.
I don't want a woman that's not
So,
sure
she
about
wanna-
herself. You know what I'm
listen,
saying? I want
she
you to be
wanna-
comfortable in your skin.
She's gonna be
Because
sure about
honestly,
herself
if we're in a
once
relationship,
Gotta
like
watch it, Branden.
like you said, you're a reflection of me, but that means that you're gonna learn from her, she's gonna learn from you. Those insecurities that's in her, they're gonna come out in you. Like I'm saying, like you're gonna start to pour some of that energy into yourself. I don't need no type of negative energy. I want you to be confident about yourself. I want to be confident about me. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so we're gonna wrap this question up because y'all did that. It's so funny because one-line questions, and we'll be like, oh, I wonder how this is gonna go. And then it'll be like, boom, boom, boom,
be a
boom,
fight.
boom, boom.
I want more fake breasts.
So we're gonna go to
Yeah.
commercial break,
Okay.
and when we come back, we will have our final topic of the evening.
Yes, indeed.
All right, so guys,
Shout out to the Afro Puffs.
shout out to the fake.
Black women with beautiful skin.
I love black women.
I got melon on
Real little
discount.
fake. I love them.
Stop it,
Well, I'm
man.
sure that goes a long way. April J, you take us to
Let me find out you got titties and boobies in your base.
3, 2.
One.
Jesus. Woo.
I was
Sweating out my edges.
I was just checking my bank account.
I know.
Let's wait for a cash out.
Hey, wait for a cash out for 5 days.
Take out a loan. I'm paying off a loan.
My girl was sending me $5 grand for an extension.
No, you got a lot of girlfriends. That's the thing. That's what you said at first.
No, I
said you
date.
Alright, so
When
we
I'm
gonna
dating,
leave,
Date.
we
When
gonna
I date,
leave
I
that
do date.
topic, and now we're gonna transition into the next topic.
Keep it up.
Listen, you never know how it's
Oh,
gonna go.
Okay.
Air on my back, though.
Oh.
Alright, so listen, on a more serious note, there was a mosque massacre in Christchurch, New Zealand over the weekend. Over 50 individuals were killed in this mass shooting, the youngest being a 3-year-old who reportedly ran towards the shooter. The shooter's manifesto praised Trump as a symbol of renewed white identity and common purpose. A U.S. president is the inspiration of white terrorists around the world. What are your thoughts on that?
I think, man, no matter who the president is, you crazy, yo. Like, for you to want to kill that amount of people just because of, I don't want to put the blame on nobody else. Since Trump is a horrible person, but the fact you want to kill that many people and kill a child, that's on you. And you know what I'm saying? So, like, I ain't going to put it on Trump. Oh, Trump made the nigga do that. Nah, this nigga was going to do that. He probably killing animals since he was young. You know what I'm saying?
What I can say about Trump is he brought the racism back up. He allowed people to be able to be comfortable with
So
doing
not
this.
doing normal now.
Doing,
Yeah, it's just so normal.
Yeah, he allowed that to happen.
Yeah,
Despite
everybody's
how
been
he
showing their
conduct
true
themselves.
colors.
Yeah.
They're like, well, if the president can say this, well, we can do this.
Yeah,
You know what
he's
I'm
grabbing
saying?
people by whatever.
It's one of those,
Didn't he just do something today with
Underlying
Michael Cohen?
things.
Like, what was that about?
No.
Like,
When Adams.
they're worried about his like mental
don't really
stability.
know
So
about
this
the
is the person that's.
politics like
I think the
that.
whole point is that this person is the leader of one of like the free country.
Of hate crimes.
Yeah, and also on the same side, saying like the green light for white terrorists to come out in full force and say, "Hey, I'm doing this in the name of Trump, Magna, make America great again."
Yeah, well, unfortunately.
I think that's just an excuse, though. They use him for. I think they use him for an excuse. That, like I say, that's my opinion. He's the excuse because they've been wanting to do it.
Right.
They wanted to do it 10, 20 years ago. But see now, like I agree with him. He makes it okay now. He got it to where they can think just like last year when the KKK did the thing in D.C. and random. It's okay now, and he said it's okay because they paid for the permit to do it. You get what I'm saying? So now, where they say he just brung darkness into light.
He just the forefront. He's the forefront of it. It's just like it's kind of like you know what I'm saying. Like I ain't got nothing towards them, but like the gay community. If somebody was like the forefront of the gay community was really strong on that, and like they was a superstar or something like that, all the rest of the gay community they would want to come out because of they feel like it's comfortable, and that's how it's been. You know what I'm saying? It took a celebrity to I don't know celebrity, I can't name one, but celebrities be coming out, and everybody else feel like it's okay to do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
He's the pre-Antichrist.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I mean, even to the extent, he's a narcissist for one. So he's always believing within everything he does. It's like he's so smart, he's so brilliant, he's so intelligent, and he basically, again, being a reality star that made it into running a country that he has no clue on even how to do this. And then let alone, all of these things are nothing but more distractions into the real picture of him. That he shouldn't even be still running the country. And the trial of all of his whole administration, going to jail, getting locked up, going under, quitting, resigning, being fired, like he's still on The Apprentice, it's just nuts. And the thing is, again, going back to being complacent and just, going through this whole world and every day, like, this is just normal now for us. Like, of course, we are going to be strong through it to keep maneuvering through. But, I mean, all you hear on the news is just bad. Half the time, I don't even watch the news. I just need to look at the local on the 8th to know how I'm dressing tomorrow because nothing's getting better. And to be honest with you, to take him out and if you put Pence in to run the country, I'm scared of him more than Trump.
Yeah.
And that's to be honest with you, because he's a fly-by, he's off the handle.
It's going to take the lady, like, of course, like you said, the people got killed. But I guess she's the prime minister over there. She also came forward and said she's going to take care of all those people's funeral arrangements, and she's going to make sure those people's families are taken care of.
That's a leader.
Trump said he's going to help. Trump, now get it now. Trump did say he's going to help us.
Y'all be getting y'all chance.
We feel you
You
already know that.
at the end of the day.
You got a person who speak, you got time. Trust me, they hear you.
At the end of the day, she's making an example. You know what I'm saying? The prime minister over there, she's changing laws. She's making affirmative things happen right then and there. Like, she didn't wait 6 months or wait for Congress to make that thing. She's doing it. And sometimes we learn from other people. You know what I'm saying? We take from a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I look at it in a sense, maybe we'll learn something from them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that situation happening, we'll learn in the United States to change, you know, gun laws and all that stuff.
But here's the thing. Obama showed us that for 2 terms.
Right.
It took this man 1 term to come in and just completely, like,
Erase the board.
Erase,
Yep.
like, all of that. And I commend her, because it cannot be easy. Like, I was reading the story about the 3-year-old. They said he ran towards the shooter in the midst of all these, because he's thinking it was like a video game in a sense. They said he still had on his white slipper socks because his father picked him up from school to bring him there for prayer. Can you imagine that? They haven't even been able to bury him. Because, and you know, in their faith, they need to bury the body. And they're hoping that they can even do that because it's part of this whole mass. Like, it's just like those type of horrific details that you're just like, wow.
But they also blamed it on Trump. But if you watch too, Trump gave them a lot of money for that happening too. He came out and said he would do anything to help. You know, so like I said, I feel like.
No, he said.
He said, but he
correct thing.
Yeah, he said, but if
you,
so, but we don't know if he's going to give or not. I'm not going to say he is, and I'm not going to say he isn't, because I honestly don't know. See, the thing is, a lot of people use him for an excuse. That's an excuse. Trump is president, so I'm gonna kill. A lot of things is just like when you go to Christianity. Oh, the devil did this. Everything ain't the devil. Just like when they say, oh, Trump is the reason I shot these people. Everything is not going to be Trump. So we go back and say, well, Trump is the reason why all this is happening. That's the excuse. No, it ain't Trump. This was going to happen anyway, because he was going to do this if Trump or Obama was in the office. He was going to murder that many people anyway. Yeah. That's just an excuse. That's just for us to put our focus back on why we should get rid of Trump.
I keep it
like Trump ain't had nothing to do with that over there. No, like, I'm just being honest, man. Trump ain't had nothing to do with that.
Real quick. And this, like, we can go back in. But truthfully or not, Trump is just building this movie. You know what I'm saying? All this he doing is just going to be his movie. And it's going to drop. They're going to put it all together, all the stuff that he's been through, all the people blaming him, him acting a fool. It's just going to be one big motion picture. That's all.
Because at the end of the day, he's a businessman.
Right, that's it.
After this, his business still going to boom. His business still going to boom in the next couple years.
But the point of all of this was the fact that 45 presidents, and this one
they all been
has
racist,
been
though.
linked.
Yeah.
The mass murders, and they keep, like, his name is the one. Like, this is the United States president. This is the individual who's supposed to walk a different path or have a different tune. And it doesn't seem to be that.
99% of the presidents, I said 99% of the presidents was just like Trump.
George
they just had a filter.
Senior,
you know what
that gave all the guns to Iraq. You know what I'm saying? And now we have ISIS.
99% of the presidents, they was all like Trump. I say 99%.
Okay.
Besides, I say Obama, they was racist. They just had a filter on.
He's just a good excuse.
Now we just in a generation where everybody can. He literally is on Twitter. Like, he's literally on Twitter.
Like, was in office when they trained Bin Laden and his team.
Senior. That's what I just said, George Bush Senior.
So
this has been happening. Thank you. That's why I say.
Take Bill Clinton and
just
JFK. These are black presidents.
Right,
bullshit too.
JFK would have did a good job. job, but he just didn't, know what happened.
He
didn't get a chance.
It just gives us a way to give an excuse again to put something else on him. Anything bad that comes up, it's going to always go back to him. Just because of the state of how we're living in this country, we're going to always connect him to anything else that's going around bad. Yeah, especially with the simple fact that...
Now he knows what it feels like to be a black man.
Exactly. Especially with the fact that this man was trying to say he needed to talk to the president of the Virgin Islands. Who was that? Who's the president of the Virgin Islands? Oh, I'll wait.
We gonna keep waiting, cause I know
we will keep waiting.
Siri.
You don't have no answer.
Right.
You look like I can't believe you asked me that.
Alexa, who's the president of the Virgin Islands?
Trump. Yeah, that's part of America, right?
That was the joke. That was the joke. So we got somebody who don't even know.
He don't even know he the president.
He calling out black leaders and people in history who have already passed and thanking them and during Black History Month like they sitting in the cloud. They're deceased. Who are you talking to? So this again, it's like they joking us right now. They're joking us. As a country, as a whole, we've been this joke. It's like a comedy roast on us.
Yeah.
We're still here.
For him.
It's the move.
We voted for him.
No, I didn't. You can speak for you.
I didn't even vote.
All right.
I was millennial shit.
No, we didn't as a community.
As a country.
We did, but as a country, we voted for him.
I think it was rigged.
Even the Republicans.
I think it was rigged. I think it was rigged.
Definitely was rigged.
It was rigged. Like, yo, he's a billionaire.
He's still the president.
Yeah, once you
so
he's still the president.
He got the money vote.
We're gonna wrap this one up because I want to take. Should we go to commercial break? But I want to give individuals an opportunity to come back and tell us how we can follow you. So
commercial break.
We'll take 1 minute break and we'll come back and give you guys the platform. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we're back.
Dot.
Walked into a bar, man. Oh man.
I think it was a good episode. I'm telling you, every episode gets better and better.
45th, 45th, 54th, 40th, 30th.
What number is the lottery?
Oh,
listen, this is my favorite.
You said the Powerball 550 like the Benz.
This is my favorite part of the show because this is an opportunity for us to do what we love to do, which is showcase our guests. We like to use this as a marketing opportunity. We like to use this as a promotional opportunity because we believe in entrepreneurship. And so we're going to give you the floor. We're going to give you, 30 seconds to just put, what's wrong?
You can tell an artist.
He like what instrumental you want me to play?
This is the part where we go. He's like,
I'm gonna sing my name anytime I can. I'm gonna sing my name anytime I can.
And listen, let me just say this. Let me say this in all honesty.
Oh man.
Hashtag support our own.
That's right.
Right.
Hashtag support our own.
Got his back.
I thank April J for giving us the platform to be able to support our own. These folks are not on here being paid. They're on here to have a good time.
Right.
But in the end, they are networking their network. So, with that being said,
sing us in, son. Don't
tell us
just
how we can follow
bring it in.
you. Tell us what we should be looking out for you, and then we'll go around the table.
So start off with saying, it's Morninafta. You can follow me everywhere. I'm on Apple Music, iTunes, Twitter. It's spelled differently though. Morninafta. So M-O-R. Oh, I got to
show the flex.
M-O-R-N-I-N-A-F-T-A. Morninafta. Morninafta. So follow me on YouTube, iTunes. So I got a lot of EPs. I got projects, these projects, singles, remixes. And you can find me everywhere for real. I even got a website too, morninafta.com. So thank y'all for even bringing me on the show.
Yes, sir.
Don't try to follow me once again. It's Morninafta. Yeah, let's go, shorty.
Hey. I can't sing. So it's just _K Rene. You can follow me on IG at _K Rene. That's RENE show. And I'm also on Facebook as Kelly Rene. That's Kelly with a Y, RENE. And I also have a website as well at kreneshow.wixsite.com/K Rene show. So hopefully you guys will check me out.
Thunderous.
Yes,
Thunderous
podcast. Yes. 2 days. 5 over 500 views on our last episode.
Yes.
Whoop whoop.
Pop.
Yes.
Right.
Well,
WPB.
Here we go. Folks have been dying to know, Branden, what distributor means for Branden.
Distributor means for me, I'm Branden. I
Definitely Branden.
I harvest marijuana.
Harvest.
That's a better word.
That's when you know things get legal. When folks start using words like harvest. I harvest.
Agriculturally raised marijuana.
Fertilizer.
Right.
I'm a weed connoisseur.
I'm actually doing a lot of youth basketball camps this summer. So that's what I'm doing this summer. So I have an email account, branden.reed22@gmail. If you have any kids 17 or under that want to play basketball, futures, let them come see me. It's a lot. We want to do better for inner city youth and kids in our community, because the streets is not the way to go. So that's me.
All right.
Thank you. And last but not least,
Ella.
What I got going on, I have a creative right up the street, 2437 Maryland Avenue. I have a studio inside, a boutique, media area, office spaces, and it's basically a place for talent to come create, get out the streets, do something creative, a one-stop shop. And currently, I'm about a month in, I've been shooting a documentary on Baltimore hip hop called More Than Hype Baltimore. We're almost finished up, but it's something that we're gonna try to get to the streaming platforms and present it. But I basically went from the beginning. I sat down with Scotty B, sat with guys that never really had interviews, like Tim Trees, Rod Lee. They all a part of it. So it's gonna be real dope. But I want to cover the history of Baltimore hip hop.
That's nice.
From the start to where we at right now.
All right.
right?
But I ain't leaving out the R&B people. We coming back with something.
Boy, say no more. Say no more.
Y'all gotta start grabbing air
We
again.
ain't leaving y'all
Listen,
out.
so I tell you, when we bring folks to the table, they don't know each other. They're from 4 different lanes, but it's just beautiful when you see how the lanes can kind of come together, and we continue to hashtag support our own. So we thank them for taking time out of their evening and finding it not robbery to spend this time with us. And make sure that you follow them, and then, you know, let's talk about ourselves.
You go ahead and talk about
Well, first and foremost, I always want to put out WPB Media Network. So we got to make sure that you're following us on Instagram as well as Facebook and then our website. Also, you follow April J. 1 and then April J. of Women Talk Live. You can follow me, Ronda, at RSVPEM. And that's my business page, and then rsvpem.ceo is my personal page. And then my website is being built as well as we're speaking, but you still can go on that, www.rsvpem.com. And yes, the producer, director off to the side, I am working on my own show. That's going to be coming out soon. That's going to be coming out soon. So we're excited about that. And yeah, so kicking it over to you.
It's Mr. 100 Lifestyle, supporting local talent and businesses for free. Non-profit organization, the iLive Project. You can follow me on IG at iLive Baltimore, but as well, EMG, ET Music Group, that's ETMUZIK Group. We got the Sci-Fi Cypher coming up on WPB Media Networks on the 30th. And then we got Mentor LLC, which is my for-profit business that I help consult and help artists and talent and businesses get off the ground.
Hey, Larry, one more thing?
Yeah, one more thing before we get out here. We also just started this thing about 2 weeks ago called The Huddle. We brought a bunch of artists into the office space. We had about, it was me and D-Dave, we put this thing together. And we had about 40, 50 artists come through and we played their records.
Wow.
And it was so overwhelming, I'm going to have to take it out of the office. Maybe
Yes.
Absolutely.
But it was really dope, man. Like, I'm talking about, it wasn't just the known artists, it was artists that just started. And the people artists, man, was over 40 people, and it was a guy that just started a year ago that really won my heart over, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't always the person that's popping.
No,
but
the one that's the hungry.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep creating opportunities.
And I give love to my man Larry, you know what I'm saying? We do our thing, and actually had one of my artists and my son, Cash Rogers, on there.
Cash was the first person.
He was the first person.
He kicked it off.
My man.
Cash was there on before time. And then the first person kicked it off, and then.
And that's that old school brand that we teach people.
I'm talking about we in a huddle.
A lot of people don't know about Larry. Larry had the biggest website.
In
Baltimore.
That's right.
And you had a show on WPB Radio.
Oh yeah.
Sequel.
Yep, the sequel.
Both pops.
That was really popping during when we had our day.
Man, yeah, that's crazy.
Tell them what that website was, though. We got
DMVJazz.com. Yeah. I got with a group of group of creators from West Baltimore. I mean, I think at the time I was coming from working in the sports industry, athletes.
Yeah.
And somebody had introduced me to the guys. Wasn't nobody expecting me to be into like tech and technology. They think I'm on the streets, I'm a hood. I got this aspect of it. And I went in and I fell in love, and one day ended up being a year and 6 months later, 18 hours a day. I stayed at that place and we created the website, man. We had over.
And there was one story because they had posted a story on Twitter about Chris Brown, but it had nothing to do with his music. Had to do with his art. And he retweeted it. And
that was before going viral was viral.
Yeah, that was before viral. So what happened was Mo put this post together, and Chris Brown seen it because our thing was back then. Like at first they didn't feel good about me Twitter. Like I said, look, this is a new platform. We can get people to see our stuff quicker because they asked them. As soon as you post it, hit them. Nah, man, that's gonna get annoying. And I'm like, nah, that's what we gotta do. So we had about 25 people coming through that house a day. So every time somebody come through, you gotta log in and tweet. You gotta log in. So if it's 50 videos on the page, you gotta tweet all 50 videos. But as an artist, guess what? You got 25 people tweeting your video. So when it hit Chris, he took all the information out and just put the link on the page and dropped it on his timeline. And I'm sitting there like, Max, what's going on? Because I'll be looking at the analytics. And I'm saying it's just going up. I mean, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. We had 30,000 visitors. I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, yo, did y'all do something? And I went back and traced it. And I said, yo, if I click on this thing and it's Chris Brown, right? I clicked it. It was Chris Brown page.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah.
And that's all, and that's valuable for those that are coming up. All it takes is that one.
Yep.
And the last thing, we don't want to put them on blast and keep pushing it, but Los. Los.
Yeah, I work with Los. I work with Los, but
he was on tour with you.
But see, a lot of people, y'all, you probably know about the Los situation, but you don't know that I had something to do with Prodigy from Miles Behavior.
I ain't know that.
I discovered Prodigy from Miles Behavior.
That's crazy.
I plugged him in the group. Yeah, I found him off the internet.
It's so much, it's so many layers to Larry. Make sure that you follow him. I believe he's got a documentary that will explain why this tall white guy is sitting here with his
Okay.
He's not white.
He's not white.
What are you?
Mexican. Yes.
You're Mexican.
Oh,
well there it is.
You ain't broke. You ain't broke.
Oh my God.
But the bottom line
by two white parents.
But the bottom line is something's going on because he's got cameras, he's got microphones, so we definitely are looking forward to something with Larry Whadd Up. And so we also, last but not least, our super director behind the scenes, Seven Nazir, at Nazir MMP. You've seen his work. He and his daughter Abani, they always burn up the charts. If you any rap artist in the city, out the country, whatever, films, movies, whatever, at Nazir MMP, that's where you want to go. And so again, every Monday we are live from Montego Bar and Grill, located at 1818 North Charles Street. Bar owner Afani, who's finally behind the bar. Afani, what up?
Hey, what up, A? He's always behind the bar.
He's always behind the bar. We thank him. And last thing, again, our rundown, Thunderous Altercation Saturday, 2 p.m. Women Talk Live, Facebook live stream this Saturday, the 24th. Sunday, this Sunday, 3/24 at 5 p.m. We are also, you can find us at the Happy Hour hosted by Donzella, Assisted Living Coach Burton, and Paul, the contract doctor. That's going down on the 22nd at 4:30 p.m. And then, of course, on the 30th, Sci-Fi Cypher. Listen, we banging out here.
Yeah.
If you're an artist and you want to hit the platform, come holler at us for that Sci-Fi Cypher.
Sci-Fi Cypher. Go to the website, www.wpbmedianetworks.com. This show will be up live, on demand in a couple of days if you miss it. But always, if you want to keep up with us, the website is where you want to go. All right, that's it.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. It's not over yet.
I was trying to get it out.
This show was broadcast and sponsored by www.getyourrollon.com.
He always got it. Listen, just laugh. Go ahead.